Hello everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot on Wednesday 29th. This is a big day. We have a major full moon. They call it the buck full moon, I think. And someone was saying that the idea of the buck is when they grow the antlers. And it's about that outward expression of who you are. So there's something today about shifting, big energy, shifting you into perhaps a more of a presence in the outside world, so taking everything that you have internally and then starting to express that in the outside world. So it's an interesting day. Stay tuned for my new Instagram account. So I'm going to set up I have an Instagram account for art and healing, mixing both together. They're both really combined, and it's more about healing elements within the art, but I'm also going to set up a specific art only Instagram. I'm going to try and do that today. So if you can, give it a follow, give it a like. But I'm here to do your tarot reading. It is 222 on my timer. I was over chatting to my friend in the yoga studio a little while ago. Thankfully, she gave me some water and some electrolytes. It is very hot here in London. It is in the 30s and there isn't a cloud in the sky. And I almost forgot, oh, hang on, I have to do my tarot reading, because yesterday, Tuesday is usually my day, as you're aware, and I was busy with healings and Zoom calls and a podcast. So stay tuned for that as well. I'll be sharing my podcast. And I went, oh my God, no, I'm supposed to do your tarot. So here I am. I hope you're well. To all my regulars, nice to see you. To any new people, it's always very nice to have you come and join. And this is a free tarot. This is me going through some cards and just passing on some messages for the week. So let's look at this moon energy. Let's look at, I'm just going to shuffle them here. Let's look at the week. Let's look at what this moon is. So it's very transformative. It's very much about putting you on the right path. Things are going to come into your life. Things are going to be reset. I believe after this moon, there's going to be a lot of eclipse season. So that's going to start. So this is a very powerful, maybe bridging point to put you out into the world in a different way, perhaps. It's very hot here. Sorry, my hair is up and I'm very hot. Right, so let's get you some cards. Let's just get on with it. Get you some cards, and let's, for you, for me, for anybody watching, let's see what Spirit wants us to know, what messages they want to come through, what guidance they want to give us, what direction, what signposts, what symbols. What do we need to know? Let's ask Spirit, what do we need to know? Let's ask the cards and the angels of the tarot. Let's ask for the highest good, the highest information to come forward to help someone. That one's coming, don't know what it is. And we'll just take about 4 or 5 cards. So that's one. So can I have some more cards, please? Oops, that's too many. Loads have turned over. One has dropped to the floor, which I will take. If it resonates with you, do give me a like, do give me a thumbs up. You can hype the video as well. I've got another one here. And share the video with people if you know that they might be interested in the video, interested in, that's too many, come on now, in what the messages are. If the messages resonate, you can share, feel free to share. That's absolutely fine. So, can we have 2 more cards just to conclude our read here, please? I've also got some other decks which we can go to as well. Oh, that's too many, guys. My goodness. So many. Across the room, hang on. Okay. Let's see. Oops, we'll take that one. Interesting. And one more, please. One more for our read today. It's often like a little story that we create from the images, from the meanings of the cards and what they want to say, each one, and then all of them together, what they're telling us. So I will turn them all over and I'll have a look Okay, so one of them has turned over. So we'll go with that. So I always begin by having a little look at the bottom of the deck. So this is where I'm picking from, or where they jump from. But underneath, I always use this as kind of like the underlying energy. And we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands can be petty fighting, in-house fighting. It can be fighting with siblings, or kind of just like petty arguments, that type of thing. It's not serious, but it is something that might be going on for you. It can also be that conflict, which is inner conflict. So you might have this inner conflict with yourself as well. There might be moments of thinking and ruminating and deciding and confusion and arguing with yourself. And, you know, we do that all the time. And when opportunity is given to us, we can find our mind taking over, and you know, it might be saying yes, do it, and then don't do it because of this, do it because of that, etc. So it can be that inner conflict, that not sure which way to go. So there could be an element of that inner conflict which relates to decision making often as well. Now the first card, which I actually do not know, is okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. So that makes sense. It's someone who has trouble sleeping, someone who possibly, and it is very hard to sleep with the weather as well. The heat can make it very difficult to sleep. But someone who has a lot of worries. These swords represent worries, thoughts, everything going on in the mind. So the mind is overworking, which it's that, you know, you're fine in the daytime, you close your eyes, you're trying to sleep, and suddenly your mind wakes up and it gives you all of these scenarios, all of these things. It brings up stuff from the past, it projects stuff into the future, and so it's that level of worry or overthinking that leaves you restless. And so this person here has their head in their hands. So they're kind of a little bit overwhelmed. They're not able to relax. The cortisol has risen and they're not able to calm down and go to sleep. What it does say is this is transforming. So we've got the butterflies here at the bottom, which signal transformation. There is you have the ability to transform this. You might want to introduce something like reishi mushrooms. I had a drink yesterday with reishi mushrooms in it, and it's like an adaptogen, so it calms the system, it helps sleep, that type of thing. So you might need something like that, some alternative supplement in some way. Mushrooms are natural, that just helps you calm and stay calm and calm that overthinking, to transform these, because if you go for too long without sleep, it's very hard to function, it's very hard to make decisions, it's very hard to think clearly, it's very hard to decide on things. You know, it becomes overwhelming, and your process of thinking and decision making can be blurred, and your energy can be low, and you can get caught up in frustrations, and then the cycle continues. So do your best to calm yourself. No caffeine after lunch. Do your best to keep yourself calm in the evenings. They say no exercise after 7 p.m. because it just wakes your body up. Warm baths will help. Essential oils you could use to help. But just allowing the body to calm down into sleep. Getting sunshine in the morning, so your circadian rhythm starts to work. So you're awake in the morning, and it allows you to sleep at night. So this is insomnia, this is sleeplessness, this is worrying at night, worries and concerns that are keeping you up. Now in the little duvet cover, the little blanket she has here, we've got the weighing scales. So that shows us we need to bring balance to the situation, but balance is being brought through the energy of the scales. We also have a water pouring out, so that might be emotional for you. There might be some release of emotions that needs to happen with this. Too much thinking as well up in the head. We need to get into the body and feel what's happening. And we have a couple here. So it's about masculine, feminine. It's also about two people. So there might be two people involved in this. It might be a couple involved in this. But there are hearts the whole way through that sheet. There are hearts the whole way through that topper, you might say, that cover. So that points to it. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to pay attention to. And then we have the star, which is your hopes, wishes and dreams. So you're probably up all night because you have hopes, wishes and dreams. You have things you want in your life, things you want to experience, things you want to come into your life. But then your life will change. When things happen for you, your life will change. So there's an element of knowing that things will change and how you manage that. But this is saying, the star here is telling us that the astrology is right, that your hopes, wishes and dreams are about to come into fruition. And maybe you worry about that. People worry sometimes about everything not going wrong. Lots of people worry about everything going right. And suddenly you're in a really great place. And what that means, because not everybody is out for your highest good. Not everybody is supportive of your success, whatever that means to you. So there can be worry coming with your hopes, wishes and dreams. But this is about balancing it out. This is about the astrology now at this time. This is about feeding the roots of what you're growing. You have been watering the roots. You have been feeding those roots with water. You have been, whatever you've been working on, you've been tending to it. You've been feeding it. You've allowed it to grow, to take hold, to root. And when things are correctly rooted, you are able to have that strong stalk or strong trunk of a tree or strong, sprouting fruits, vegetables, vegetation. You need strong roots. I saw something before, and it was about our plants as well. Our plants, our foods that we're growing, their roots are shallow. But what we need are plants with roots going right down into the earth to help secure and sustain the earth, because the shallow roots, they're not holding the earth in place. They're not fertilizing or growing or moving through the depths of the earth. So this is coming in as well. You need to have deep roots. You need to have done your study, done your work, done the background work. And it seems that you have. So you've had periods of wondering where you were going with this. You've had periods of up all night thinking, what am I doing? Is this the right thing? Which thing will I go with? Which thing? It's all taking my attention. How do I do this? But it's saying your hopes and wishes and dreams are coming true. They're coming into the spotlight. This might, I often say, bring you a bit of stardom. So the star card for me is a card of fame as well. So there might be some element of you presenting yourself to the world. There might be some element of you showing yourself to the world. There might be some element of you doing business with people who are famous or popular or stars. So I always kind of bring that in. But it's transforming. It's transforming into the more positive, hopeful life that you wanted. Bear with. Apologies. And so then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is water sign. This is usually Cancerian. So we have just moved out of Cancer energy into Leo energy. I think we're in Leo now, aren't we? 29th of July. We must be in Leo, yes. Hello to all the Leos, all the lions. But this is telling us that, there may have been a period of you feeling quite isolated. There may have been a period of you feeling quite alone. It's almost like he's on an island on his own, so solitary life, but full of emotion and ready to offer a cup of love again. The King of Cups is a maturity. There's a maturity around him, but there's also new opportunity around him. There's a little fish jumping out of the water here in the corner here, and that just shows that a new opportunity is coming, and it's going to be one which is lovely. So the cups are all about love, emotion, so it's going to really be something that grabs you, that helps you, that sustained you. You've gone from the sort of the overthinking mental gymnastics on this one to finding an opportunity that actually speaks to your soul. So an opportunity is coming along where you can express yourself. You can step forward in love. You can step forward with your emotions. You're prepared to get up off that throne and move forward. And with the Cancer as well, we can see the little crab here. So it's a classic Cancerian emblem, which is the hard shell and the soft inner center. So if you've been presenting yourself with a hard shell, maybe it's time to just soften up and just be a bit more open about that soft center that you have. Or you may be meeting a male. A male may come into your life who is a water sign, who could be a Cancerian. And it's about, just being open to that, being open to someone who is sensitive. So Cancerians are sensitive. They can be very sensitive to noise. They can be sensitive to texture. So they have a heightened sense as well. Very intuitive and very loving. So be aware of that energy coming in. But they may try and hide it in a sense because the shell is there, and the shell is there to protect them. The shell is there to protect the crab. So they have that shell because they're protecting their heart as well. So if someone comes in and they're not prepared to completely open straight away or be completely gushing, it's not because they're not gushing with love and affection. It's because they're feeling they have to hold a little bit back, just as self-protection. So women do it, we hold back a little in self-protection, but so do guys. So there may be somebody coming into your life who offers you a cup of love, but if you're feeling that you're not getting through, it's not necessarily that they're not emotional about the situation. It is more that they have a bit of a shell, and you kind of have to chip away at that shell to get into that soft center. Because we have an ending, and therefore we have a new beginning. So when we see the Death card, it's not necessarily death. It's more about the end of something. So perhaps it is the end of the past time, and it is this welcoming this new beginning. You have created the bones of something, and the timing is right. So we need to cut away what was the past. We need to cut it away in order to step forward into the future. There is a sun in the background here, so it gives us hope and purpose that the dawn will come, that the sun will rise again. And throughout this death, this ending, the sun rises again. So the dawn always comes. So we have to have joy in that. We have to have belief in that, and we have to know that that's what's going to happen. The timing is right. Whatever injury or pain you felt in the past, it's leaving that behind as well. It's almost like whatever didn't work for you in the past, you can't hold on to it anymore. You have to be completely able to let that drop away. It's like a new life is coming in. I'm getting this sense of, everything's just going to turn on a dime, and suddenly you're living a different kind of life. So that's what this is saying. So completely ending. You've done all the work, as we've seen. You've watered the roots, but it's almost like now, because the crop has grown, because the new life is presenting, is visual, is you're able to see this new life now, then everything that was in the past is gone, and you are now living your future self. So if you've ever done any manifestation techniques, often they will get you to imagine your future self. Imagine yourself living in the house that you want. Imagine yourself with the partner you want. Imagine yourself with the figure that you want. Imagine yourself with the money you want. Whatever it is, the car, the job, whatever. So you have to put yourself in that future place. How do you dress? How do you look? How do you show up? How do you smell? What's your perfume? What's your fragrance? What do you eat? What does this future person, how does she move through the world? How does he move through the world? But now it's saying it's now here. So it's now here in this full moon time. So it's ending the old and beginning the new. And then we have Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is a moving away. And you're moving away from turbulent times into calmer waters. And you're taking with you your ideas. This could be you moving across water to a different land. It could be you simply moving from a difficult time in your life to a time that is just more peaceful, more at ease, more balanced, calmer. Maybe you've been doing a lot of work. Maybe you've been intensely, doing Nine Swords, a lot of mental activity, a lot of work, a lot of admin, a lot of things that you need to think about, the taxes. I still have to do mine. And, all of those things that require attention. So you've gone from the 9, you've gone through this transition, and you're taking 6 with you. So you've dropped 3 heavy swords and you've decided to take 6. So you're happy to leave some of the things in the past. And you're only bringing with you the 6 swords that you want, the 6 elements of intellect, intelligence, information, ideas. All of these things you're going to bring with you. But you are crossing into a new phase, or it can be seen as leaving an old phase. You're moving away from something and moving to a better, calmer time. So that is interesting. It very much feels like the message of the full moon. So let's go to another deck and just see what it has to tell us. So it's the Priestess of Light deck, and I'll just do a little shuffle and see what it has to tell us. It's funny, I'm just looking at them, and the 2 major arcanas are the Death card and the Star. And I don't know if it's anything to do with anything in the skies, but it's just the 2 words together, Death Star. I don't know if that means anything, but that's where my mind went. Death Star. Okay. Right, something's dropped out, so let's have a look. Harvest, gathering of blessings. And look at her there, gathering the corn with a beautiful halo around her. So let's just go to that, which is 44. 4 is the number of stability, foundation, family, success. So it is really a great, stable, secure number 4. And here we have a doubled 44. So let's see what it says. I'll just read from the book. The priestess of the harvest gazes at an ear of corn with great reverence and appreciation for this sacred sustenance. The cause, the seeds, we talked about those, along with the effect, the nourishing food, coexist in her hands. A tribute to the bounty and blessings of Mother Earth. The priestess knows that her own efforts and intentions are part of the ongoing abundance that nature provides. When you receive this card, you are being put on notice that your harvest is coming. There is a project or goal to which you have devoted much effort and attention, and you're about to reap the rewards. That's like watering those roots. You have planted your intentions with care and taken the action needed to tend the seeds and cause them to thrive. So if you haven't already seen the fruits of your labor growing in your life, be aware of the potential bountiful results about to come your way. And if there is some work yet to be done, consider the best course of action and make that a priority. Remember too this simultaneity of cause and effect. Even as you are harvesting the blessings of past actions, you are planting the seeds of future outcomes. So as you ready yourself for the coming harvest, also know that your sacred appreciation for the gifts you are receiving will be seeding the energetic fields with even more joyous results. Your affirmation is, I work joyously on the goals that I am planting now, And I appreciate all the support and sustenance that the universe has to offer. So that's it. So we are receiving our blessings, the things that we've worked hard for, the things that we have been put into action, put our heart and soul into. We've protected ourselves. We've not got too emotional about it. We've maybe spent some time on our own dealing with it, growing it. We're ready to leave the old behind and step forward into this new phase of our hopes and wishes. And we're moving from that tumultuous time into calmer times, times of harvest, times of sowing those seeds. We've fed the seeds, we've watered the seeds, we've watched it grow strong, and now we can pick the fruit, we can pick the vegetables, we can pick the food, which is the blessings that are coming to us. But it's also saying, while we are picking the blessings, we are also sowing new seeds. So we're sowing more seeds. So let's go to the healing angels and just see. I'm just pulling up different cards. I think we'll go to a dragon then to finish. I want to sit with the moon today because it's full at 3:34 to about 3:36 p.m. something around that, as per Steve Judd on YouTube, who's an interesting astrologist to listen to. I find him quite humorous in his straightforwardness. Okay, so angels, would you like to give us some more information on this week, this coming week, where we're experiencing a great deal of abundance? Abundance is coming. 44. All the fours. Okay, so we've got a few now. So we have healing. So whatever you could be involved in healing. So if you're involved in healing, you'll be doing more healing work. If you've been receiving healing, this is telling you that there is a phase of healing. There's a period of feeling well coming for you if you've been attending to that healing. It's also saying that your life is healing, that whatever you've been working on has this healing energy running through it. And it is bringing forward this vibration of balance. When I forget to have my own healing, I notice it. If I haven't done self-healing in a couple of weeks, I notice it and I go, oh God, it's because I've not done my Reiki. I should be doing it 3 times a week and I must get better, because it's just such a wonderful vibe to sit in. It's like the best feeling, and you're just sitting in it for whatever time, and it comes in and it goes where it needs to go and it does what it needs to do, but it's beautiful. And there needs to be that as well for all the healers out there. Make sure you are having your own healing. You give so much to people, you give so much energy, that we must remember to do our own healing as well, or go to our own therapist or massage therapist or homeopath or naturopath, whatever it is, that we carry on with our work on ourselves. Never stops, right? This is about nature, getting out in nature. She's in the park, she's below a tree, there's water around. It's all the elements to bring healing and that beautiful natural vibration which helps with healing. It's resting. She's here, she's sleeping on this angel's lap, and that's part of it. Sometimes it's funny, when I give healing to people, I did an angelic Reiki session yesterday morning at distance, and I was finished after half an hour, but she slept for maybe an hour and a half. So the healing energy can just knock you out, because sleep is a place where healing can begin, because you let go of everything. You let go of the worries, the mind stuff, the anxieties, the bills, the struggles. When you're asleep, you let it go. And here she's let go because she's sleeping. So she was receiving the healing, and it's allowing her to deeply rest. And when you deeply rest, your body can fix it fixes itself. You need that. The body is very intelligent, and it has a great healing capacity that you don't even know. You cut your finger, it starts to bleed. Your body's in there fixing that straight away, and then it stops the blood, and it starts to stitch up naturally the wound, and then it will leave you with a tiny little scar possibly. But the body is doing that. You're not doing anything. The body knows what to do and does it straight away. It's incredible. So the body has this healing intelligence. It's also telling me that your life is moving into a more healed life. So if you've been that person who was worried, who was living in a stormy time, the 6 of Swords, we moved away from the storm into the calm. We're moving into more healing vibrations. We're moving into a more peaceful energy. There's new energy coming in today, and maybe you'll notice, maybe you'll go out there and you'll just notice it feels different. It feels calm. I feel calmer. And what we are is what we see in the world. What we are is what we project out into the world. What we are is what we create in the world. So the more that you can actually be in healing vibration, this relaxed vibration, have a healing, that will do you benefit, but also the world benefit. So certainly a period of receiving, a period of letting go into the healing energy. There's a higher force working for you here, and you must listen to it. You must listen to this angelic force. There is higher frequency energy coming in. There's higher information coming in, and it's guiding you. So the angels come in to give guidance, to make sure you don't go on the wrong way, to pull you back from the path if that is your destiny. And so there's a need to open up to that, because as the energies change, you will start to notice things. You'll start to become a bit more psychic. You'll start to open up a little bit more. You might become aware of things and go, how did I know that? Why did I know that? And so there is this inquiry, and then what you can do is connect with the angels and bring them closer and bring them forward and ask them to help you during this phase. And if you can listen to what they say, listen to that intuition, because they reach you in different ways. It's not necessarily conversation. It might be words that you get. It might be things that you see. It might be songs on the radio. It might be visuals. You might get ideas. Pay attention to that, but always ask the angels. They are always listening to you. So never feel that you're burdening them. Never feel that you can't call on them. The angels are always listening. And so the more that you can connect with them and start that conversation, then gradually you'll be able to have a two-way conversation. So pay attention to that. And it's also saying, listen, be on alert. What is happening? What is about to happen? Pay attention. Don't brush things off. Listen to what's going on. Listen to the guidance. Is somebody offering you an opportunity? Listen. Listen to your body. Does it feel right? Does it feel off? Pay attention to that. It's time to trust your intuition and to follow that lead, because it's leading you somewhere beautiful. Soulmate. I love this card. It's such a pretty little card. But soulmate energy is around you. So we said there's death to the old life. There's death to that lonesome life, that King of Cups alone on his throne. There's a death to that. There's an ending, because new life is coming in, and perhaps it is romance. Perhaps it is meeting your soulmate. Perhaps it is time. The stars are aligned. You've healed your body. You're about to reap the harvest. So the harvest isn't necessarily, like I mentioned, objects like cars and abundance and homes and whatever. It can be relationships. It can be repairing and healing relationships. And soulmate relationships can often be love relationships. So there might be a healing of your heart and an opening up to a new relationship. But it can also be soul tribe. So people can be in your soul tribe family. And there's a healing required for that soulmate, for that person who's you've had a soul contract with, and you're coming forward in this life with a soul contract. So perhaps it's healing wounds, it's healing broken friendships, it's healing this absence of love and bringing love in for you. So let's go to the dragons, and one of them is missing because I pulled it out for myself earlier, and the one that's missing is about animals. It's about sharing and supporting animals. So we will pick from the rest of the bunch. So we're just looking for some final information on this read as to, I think some of the last reads were all about love as well. So there might be someone stepping in, and that is this new life. That is because you've worked so hard on yourself. You've managed to grow your life in a particular way. You've managed to keep going. You're starting to reap the rewards. You're feeling more secure, more stable. And in a sense, there's a sense of healing there. There's a sense of, you know, maybe life was difficult a little while ago, but you've managed to make it through. You've managed to make it work for yourself. And now the blessings are coming. The blessings are coming in abundance. The blessings are coming in love. The blessings are coming in healing. The blessings are coming in fame. The blessings are coming if you can get out of your own way and stop the mind over criticizing and overworking and overthinking. That anxiety, we can let it go, we can heal it. If you're feeling anxious, have a healing. It will clear that, because we hold that in our gut, our solar plexus, or we hold it in our sacral or lower abdomen. So we're holding energies in these places that healing energy can help with. So we'll go with that one. Earth dragon. Well, that just reminds me of this. She's very much in nature, in earth. Harvest. She's standing on the brown ground. Earth. Earth is supplying us. We watered the seeds, we watered the roots in the earth. Interesting. It says, it clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. So whatever was holding you back, perhaps on this full moon, whatever was holding you back, whatever stuck energy, because people get that anxiety coming up to a moon. People have trouble sleeping coming up to a full moon. People's energy is a bit off and aggravated coming up to a full moon. But what it's saying is, as this full moon passes, now we're almost 3 o'clock, so it'll be in just over half an hour, the energy will clear. And then you can move forward in life. How amazing. So from Diana Cooper's Dragon Oracle cards, we have, sorry, I'm so sweaty. It's hot, 33 degrees. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing and you can move forward in life. Actually, 1 second. Okay, so I just had to pat my skin because it was so sweaty. You don't need to know that. Okay, fourth dimensional. Okay, so we've got the 4 again, and it's beautiful. Look at all the blue outline and design on him. It's so cool, right? That electric blue. So it says 4th dimensional earth dragons are brown, the color of the soil. They love the planet and the land itself. It was these sturdy dragons who helped to build the original dragon lines that we now call ley lines. Part of their service work is to travel along them to clear them when asked to do so. When we send an instruction to the earth dragons to work with the ley lines, they can power away under the surface to clear any blockages. This impacts hugely on people and situations in the vicinity. They can also help to ground us and our mission in life. It is time to clear unwanted energies that are preventing your life from moving forward. Some of these may be in the earth under your home or office or where you travel. Call on the earth dragons and ask them to remove all that is not in accordance with divine light. Then sense the frequency rising within the land and on your path. This card also suggests you may be called on to do planetary service work, as the earth dragons will take the opportunity to cleanse any ley lines you focus on. Take a moment to direct them to clear the planetary grid and visualize the grid glowing and shimmering. When you walk, think of earth dragons and connect with them through the earth. Ask them to ground you and your vision, for this card signifies that they are now boosting your spiritual journey and you are ready to fly. Notice the progress you make. So wherever you walk, you can bring these earth dragons with you and ask them to clear your way, to clear the path, to clear the energy where you move, to clear the energy around your home. If there's anything going on untoward around your home, near your home with neighbours, call in earth dragons to come and clear the energy around your home as well. You can use violet flame too. So that's very interesting. I feel I want another dragon as well to go with that. But again, it is about you're about to fly. It is about, a pathway is opening up. By the way, I just got a really weird little when I was reading that, almost like a dizzy spell or almost like a wave of energy. And I kind of, normally I wouldn't say, but then I thought, well, why don't I share that? Well, because that's what happens to me sometimes. I get these weird moments. And I know some people do. They get like a dizziness or they're feeling a bit funny sometimes. Not it's a funny, peculiar. And that can be a sign of energy. That can be a sign of the moon is almost full. And for me, it just registered, that's part of this new energy that's coming in, this new energy today. Jupiter is in the Sun and Leo, and Pluto is lining up, and there's some, I'm not an astrologist, but there's some four shape in something or other. And I think I'm feeling it. I think I'm feeling some shift in energy, and that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about that shift. We're talking about moving from a time of destruction, or a place of destruction, or a place of aggravation or turmoil within us. Even this can be our emotions, where our emotions have been upset. We're moving to calmer waters. The energy is carrying us across to a new horizon. What is this new horizon? It is the new earth that we are stepping foot on, and we are going to work with the earth dragon to help us and to get us to clear the land where we walk, to clear the land where we want to work, and to help us fly, to help us move into this. And it says notice what happens. Okay, so the next one we have, which is a lovely one, which often comes out, and it's the rainbow dragon. I'll just try and find it. I'm not sure. They don't come numbered on this one. There we go. So we have a rainbow. We also have the sun. We also have clouds. But from his tail, he is showing a beautiful rainbow, and that's going to be very significant for a lot of people. A lot of people use the rainbow as a symbol for something in their life. It says, brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, and accept opportunities. Interesting. So that's what we're doing. So let's read from that. It says, I'll hold it here. A rainbow in the sky is a cosmic gift. If our heart leaps with joy and gratitude when we see one, the universe opens new doors to us. Glorious rainbow dragons carry the same promise. When they come to us, a multicolored mystical flame ignites within us. This automatically attracts something of significance from the universe towards us. In addition, rainbow dragons will take us to a mystical pot of gold that is said to await us at the end of the rainbow. We often know about that. Follow the rainbow, and when you get to the end, there'll be gold, but you can never quite get to the end. This golden gift is our own ancient wisdom, which has been waiting for us to rediscover it. With it, we know how to take knowledge and use it for the highest good of all. We become wise. We become a wise one, a magi, and the rainbow dragons open the petals of our crown up here to connect us with universal knowledge. And as we use knowledge wisely, more comes to us. It's funny, I'm in purple or violet today, and purple and violet is the colour of the crown chakra. So that's interesting as well. We have that in the rainbow. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This is a card of hope. We have hope, wishes, and dreams in the other one, right? This is a card of hope, prayers, expectation, and gratitude. Look for opportunities. Expect miracles. When new openings occur, seize them. Sometimes you may hardly dare to believe that good fortune has sought you out. So make sure you accept it consciously or unconsciously. Do not let it slip away. Remember to thank the rainbow dragon who has come to you for opening new doors for you. Ride with the current of life this dragon has brought you, and enjoy everything that comes your way. The rainbow dragon may feel like an illusion, but it is very real. If you catch a flash of rainbow colours out of the corner of your eye, it is your rainbow dragon reminding you that the time for new life is now. Trust that it will happen for you. And that goes, I mean, there's not much rain around at the moment, so there's not much rainbow activity here in London. Perhaps where you are, you might get a shower of rain and you can see the rainbow. But you can also capture it, like a prism through glass, sometimes reflections of things, or in photographs you might get a colour coming up. So look out for rainbow, look out for the prism. The rainbow white light is made up of all of these colours. The rainbow is showing you all the colours that make the white light, which is the healing light. But this, as with all the other cards, is telling us that opportunities are approaching. Say yes to opportunity. Take that leap of faith. Trust when you get when you see the rainbow, that you allow it into your life. It's very real. It's opening new doors. It's riding with that current. So let yourself flow on that boat from difficulty to ease. And it's almost like we've been so hooked on difficulty that we feel uncomfortable with ease. But it's saying grab the opportunities, seize them. New openings are occurring. New opportunities are coming in. A new life is coming. It's reaping the harvest, claiming the benefits, claiming the blessings. Don't let it slip away. Okay, shall we just do one more to finish? I'll go to my Egyptian cards and just see if it in any way pulls all of this together, because I love the Egyptian cards, and they are by Elisabeth Jensen and illustrated by Marie Clement. I love these. It's like Isis on the front. So let's go into our Egyptian gods and goddesses and see if they want to give us one card to finish the read. I'm bringing it all together, but something is happening and it is beautiful. And it, with the soulmate card, it's kind of, this is your soul path, this is your soul way, this is, right for your soul. Your soul is coming in here saying, this is a perfect match for me. So if you've dropped out, I'll pick the one that I think is more, I think it's this one. So we have the River Nile, which is 25, and it's flow of abundance. So let's see what it says. So this is what we need to pay attention to. The River Nile was the life force energy of Egypt. It brought life in the form of water and energy to all that was barren and dry in the natural way by the annual floods. Sorry, I'm just reading through, but you don't need to know. As God of the Nile, I bring constant source of abundance to all in Egypt. You bathe in me, you drink me, you travel along me, and you water your crops with me. You just need to call me to you to feel my joyful energy. But remember, sometimes I do overflow and cause misery. When flooding ceases, great renewal can happen. I covered the temple of Isis, but they saved her temple. Remember, when all is lost, divine and human assistance is close by if you request it. Some of the meaning is a new flow of abundance is coming to you, even if its source is hidden from you at present, as is a possible lottery win. Time to nurture your relationship, and if you are on your own, a new person will come along. Allow time before big promotions manifest or opening your new business. Give it time to flourish. So it's like that meandering stream. You won't get to the end of the stream straight away. You have to flow with it. Swim in the sea, take a salt bath, renew that energy with water. Go with the flow. What seems lost will be restored, and that's the Death card. What is ending so you can have a new beginning. Thank you very, very much. That was a lovely read, very informative and very powerful on this full moon with all of the energy. 29th of July 2026 is a massive date, and August is a massive month energy wise. So use it wisely, connect with the moon, tune in to all that energy, because it's allowing what you've always wanted, what you've worked for, to appear in your life. So allow yourself to go with that flow. Allow yourself to receive, because the opportunities are here. Just don't let it slip away. All right, take care. So nice to read for you, and I hope to read for you again soon. All right, bye.